morning, everyone. Good afternoon. This is the first annual Ocean Fair organized by the Early Career Ocean Professionals for the African Node. Thank you so much. Welcome. I am Sarah Viana, the regional coordinator for the African Node. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for those that have been throughout the week with us, and welcome to the new ones that attended this event. Today's event is dedicated only to ocean literacy, which is a very exciting subject because we can brought up our goals and intention within the node of reaching out to the youth and also the educators. So be with us throughout the whole 2 hours of the event. I just want to remind you all that this event is dedicated to bridge between the members of our network, the core team members, our partners, and also the large audience that are interested on making partnership with us and possible sponsors. Thank you so much for this. All the support is very, very meaningful for us to carry on with our activities. I would like to just thank you before we start, our core team members and organizers, especially the communications and media team, fundraising, and my personal assistant, Chiamaka, and all the coordinators, the national coordinators, and also the task team coordinators like the Ocean Literacy Hub and the Capacity Development Hub. Thank you so much for all the support. Before we go ahead, I just want to check with you the program of today, so we all know what we are gonna expect. I hope you can see my screen. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it, Sarah.
So this is the program of event. Like I said, today's event is dedicated only to ocean literacy. So today we're gonna have the hub launch for the ocean literacy within our node. And after that, we're gonna have a 5 minutes Q&A session. Please be mindful for the Q&A session, you have to raise your hand so we allow you to speak up through the muting setting. But you are welcome also to use the quick Q&A session to draw your questions to the speakers or to anyone else of the core team if you like. After that, we're gonna have our preliminary survey just related to the ocean literacy subject. So we're gonna be asking all the attendees, please, it's very important for you to engage in the survey. It's just 5 to 6 questions related to ocean literacy so we can direct our future activities with in mind to align your needs and priorities as a member of our ECOP Africa network. After that, we're going to be introducing our partners. Today, we welcome Maria McAndrew from Loop Project. She's going to be introducing the Blue Curriculum for Africa, very well planned and welcome outstanding project on Blue Curriculum. This is very exciting talk that she's going to give us today. And also the Judy Beaumont from IOI South Africa. So keep in mind with us, and I hope you enjoy today's event. I just want to ask now Linda, please, Linda from fundraising team, to just do a short campaign on how you can support us as a sponsor or partners in our node. Thank you so much. Linda, it's with you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to do a shout out on our fundraising campaign. So if you're here as a potential partner or a sponsor, we have 3 ways that you can partner with the ECOP Africa node. So the first one is in kind. You can support us in kind by providing any facilities or any kind of advisory support, or be it printing, logistics, whatever in kind contribution that you're able to provide the node with. The second one would be on the partnership. So we can formalize our engagement with your organization. So you provide us with any support that would help us to boost our projects that we are embarking on, or even initiate new projects with the node, support us with grant applications. And then the last option will be through sponsorship. This could be through providing honorariums or providing us with event attendance opportunities or award support to help the node to grow financially. And how can you support us? Well, you can reach out to us by sending us an email at africa@ecopdecade.org, or you can visit our web page on the ecopdecade.org website, and you can reach out to Sarah or myself, Linda or Adiza as the fundraising coordinators. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. All right, now I would like to welcome Sophia Larissa and Chris Miwachuku, our Ocean Literacy Hub coordinators. They're going to be launching the hub right now, and it's very exciting. Thank you so much, Sophia Larissa. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Sophia.
Yes, I will be sharing my screen, please. Okay. Can anyone confirms if you can see the screen, please?
Yes, we can.
Confirmed.
Just put on presenter mode, please. There you go.
So Chris, the floor is yours.
Sarah, please, is it possible for you to get my video started, because it said it's been disabled?
Sorry, yes. All right. Okay, there you go.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today in launching our hub, and it's a very important program for ECOP Africa and the global ECOP program as a whole. And with us today is myself, Chris Wachuku, and Sophia Larissa, and the both of us are coordinators of the old TT, which has now been transformed to the Ocean Literacy Hub. And it's a pleasure that you all are invited guests, our sponsors and partners, more especially my ZALU program, and our friends who have been able to make it to join this special event. Thank you. Second slide. Now, first, we would like to introduce, most of us know what ocean literacy is, especially those of us in the marine field. But for our special guests and friends, it's also important that they are aware about what ocean literacy is. Now, ocean literacy, the history of ocean literacy started in the US in early 2000. It started as a discussion between scientists and educators to raise public awareness on what marine conservation is. But since its inception, ocean literacy has served as a tool for basic knowledge and functions, and to discuss about the basic knowledge about the oceans and the functions about the ocean. And it was made possible by the OLWA, and that's the Ocean Literacy for All program that was able to allow ocean literacy get an international visibility. And they have been in the forefront for providing this. And luckily, we're also partners with this organization. And so they made us to understand that the right definition for ocean literacy is the understanding of the ocean influence on people and people's influence on the ocean. And it really comprises knowledge, understanding, and about not just the physical biology, it's also to become aware of the role of the Earth system and its relationship with human societies. And so we are able to create ocean literate persons. And so an ocean literate person should understand the fundamental concept of the functioning of oceans. And an ocean literacy person, whether it's someone in the marine field or a lay person, should understand how to communicate about the ocean in a meaningful way. And the ocean literacy person is someone that is informed and responsible and makes responsible decisions regarding sustainable management of the ocean and its resources. And hence, we go to the features of the ocean. The ocean has 7 wonderful features. And first, the Earth has one big ocean and various features. When we look at the oceans today, we have so many names for the ocean, whether it's the Pacific, whether it's the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and so many. But it's all one ocean, but has different features. The ocean too, the ocean and the life in the ocean shapes the features of the Earth. When you look at the world from the outer space, you see it's a blue world, it's a blue planet, and it's the ocean that gives us the shape and also the feature. It has a major influence on weather and climate, the climatic condition and atmosphere. It's controlled, and the weather system is controlled by the ocean, and hence the importance of the ocean today. And the ocean today also makes the Earth habitable. The 70% of the oxygen we get comes from the ocean. The ocean supports a great variety of life and ecosystem, and it has numerous species that have been discovered, and also some that are yet to be discovered. 6, the ocean and human are intricately interconnected. Today, when you go across Africa, you will see that various communities have been shaped because of their relationship with the ocean. And 7, the ocean is largely unexplored. And we look at this aspect that the moon is more explored than the ocean itself. The next slide.
So besides the focus that we find about ocean literacy, when we analyze the different trends related to ocean literacy, we find out that there is a focus on ocean education and on education, whether it's formal or informal. But it is also important to notice that since ocean literacy studies and addresses the relationship between human and the ocean, it is important that it addresses the different complexities of the human. So that means it also has to analyze the different emotions that the ocean brings in us, whether it's fear, whether it's peace of mind, but it also has to analyze the different knowledge about the ocean, our awareness about the impact that we have on the ocean, the different attitudes and daily routines that we have toward protecting this space, but also the behaviors, the access and experience to the knowledge, and of course the trust and transparency that we have in some institutions that guarantee the protection and the sustainability of our oceans. Right? And it is important to have in mind that, okay, we have some verbal and written statements, and we have some frameworks, but this is not enough if we don't have this awareness and this consciousness about our shared responsibility toward those spaces, and also that we are all, that we need to be accountable for our daily our daily behaviors toward those spaces. And this is why ocean literacy should be considered as an important tool to transform those written statements and those oral statements into concrete actions. But we cannot go through this mission or through this objective without the engagement of the different stakeholders, which are the different governments or government agencies, the different NGOs, and of course the human and the individuals and communities, and without forgetting the major role of youth and of ECOP, of early career ocean professionals. Please.
Sophia, your slide is not moving.
Oh, sorry. Let me just maybe stop the sharing and I will start resharing again. Okay. Can you see the screen?
It's coming up. Yeah, good.
Where is your screen?
Okay. So who is an African ECOP? And when we look at ECOP, it's a part of the African OL Hub. It's part of the African Coordinating Unit, a component of the Global ECOP program. And this is an endorsed UN Decade Ocean program. And ECOPs are groups of professionals in Africa who are committed to promote ocean literacy and ocean sustainability. And the ocean, and today, we are not just looking only at marine educators, we are going far and wide to have different fields of endeavor to be able to promote ocean literacy. We're looking at art, we're looking at music, we're looking at sports. And this is what makes the ocean as a personal connection with it, because we want to use different aspects to connect with the ocean. Next slide. So the hub coordinators is Chris and also Sophia. So I would give a little brief description about myself, and I think I can, and Sophia can give for us. So for now, I am from Nigeria, and I am an educator who is able to write curriculums, I can put it that way, and be able to have a special way of communicating environmental ideas to people. And so I founded the Green Promise Initiative, an NGO that is on a passionate journey to inspire environmental consciousness. But we should also understand that ocean consciousness is also important. And that's the reason why today we are coordinating the ocean literacy to see that this consciousness is effectively communicated to people. Sophia?
Okay, and I am Sofia Larissa. I am a Moroccan Colombian, and I am a PhD student specialized in law of the sea and investment dispute settlements. So my background is law, but I'm also interested in ocean literacy and in promoting and enhancing the different initiatives here in Africa, because I esteem that we have so much richness in terms of biodiversity, in terms of scientists, in terms of a human capacity that we need to enlighten and that we need to share with the whole world. And this is why we are also here in the Ocean Literacy Task Team, because it helps us to bridge the gap between the different sciences with their human, social, or environmental sciences, but also it shows us like the human part of this relationship and the social part of this relationship, not only focusing on tangible science, but also on local knowledge, on art, on history, on music. So this is why we are here, and we are pleased to serve the Ocean Literacy Hub. And following our introductions, I would like to say that for now, we have been launching our Ocean Literacy Task Team, which is now our Ocean Literacy Hub, since March 2023. It was our first launch, our first event. But since then, with means that we have in hand or at hand, we were able to achieve some steps. These are not like the whole steps that we wanted to, but at least we could achieve those different steps, such as some different participation into conferences and workshops. For example, we've assisted in the many ECOPs, many African ECOPs were present at the workshop series for the creation of the African Network for Deep Waters in Cape Town in July 2023. We were also part of the Ocean Literacy Dialogues in Tanzania in November 2023. We were part of the pre-UN Decade Conference in Hyderabad. We were also there for the UN Decade Conference in April 2024. We were few people representing Africa in the Ocean Literacy World Conference in Venice, but we've also helped with promoting the role of ECOPs in the society, bridging the ocean sciences and the ocean literacy. And we were also part of the consultation of the African Regional Consultation in preparation for the UNAC3 in October 2024. This is for the different conferences and workshops, but we were also able to contribute at a certain scale to different papers and to different publications, such as the practical actions to strengthen capacity building for deep waters research in Africa with the African Network for Deep Waters Researchers. But so many African ECOPs participated also in the writing of the 2030 white papers, such as the paper 5 for the climate ocean nexus, the paper 10, of course, related to ocean literacy, but also the papers related to the transfer of knowledge and techniques. And last but not least, we were also part of the core team, of the writing core team of the Venice Declaration on ocean literacy in action, but we also helped with the translation in different languages to make this document accessible for all and understandable for all. And Chris?
Okay, and also we have activities of our members and success stories that they have achieved across ocean literacy. And of course, we will be able to showcase some of them in some of the next few slides. But this one was one of our members, Mr. Peter, who I was present there with him, and we got to win the Ocean Tribute Award, which is very important on healthy oceans and carbon removal and sustainable aquaculture in Africa. And also the project also was to implement local and indigenous knowledge. It's also one of the core things that we are working on ocean literacy, to see that local knowledges in Africa, it's not dying, that we can use it for in the modern context, and ocean communication programs that reduces poverty and develop strategies to foster effective and fair collaboration between ocean stakeholders. And in Nigeria, we have some of our members again, Ocean Champions Project by Paul Rolla, and Paul is using his platform to promote ocean literacy in Nigeria. And we have the Green Promise Initiative, also from Nigeria, which is also a pet project that I have in Nigeria, and also supporting ocean literacy. And this is one of our programs called the Protect Our Environment in Nigeria program for school children. Then we also have from Cameroon, she's one of our active members also, Sandra Fobe, and she's also a member of the Blue Schools Network in Africa, and also a core leader in the ocean literacy tax team. And she's using her platform to also advocate for ocean literacy in schools, and also to meet stakeholders. And we also have Hadia from Egypt. Hadia is an ECOP, it's an ocean literacy tax team member, and she's using a platform effectively, despite Egypt not having a node. She is very active in seeing that ocean literacy is spreading in Egypt too.
We can cite other examples of national initiatives and national engagement, such as, for example, if we have in Morocco, we can cite the Ocean Literacy Days workshops that took place in the Center Hassan II for environmental education. And we have also the initiatives of ECOP Morocco for creating and enhancing the championship in the Moroccan universities. And I also have to mention that this initiative won a grant, a 2024 FEC ECR program grant, event. And we are really happy to be able to share with different stakeholders from the younger age to the researchers and to the university students the importance of our Moroccan and African oceans. But we have also other initiatives, such as those implemented by Kevin Oyugi, who is a Kenyan ECOP. He's also a singer, an artist, and he works with his organism, but he uses also the ECOP platform to showcase his work with children through different songs, through in hand and art activities. So here it is just to recall the importance of our engagement. Yes, it is on a voluntary basis, but you can see through those different activities how it is dear to us to share our vision, our commitment to the ocean, and to bring this vision to the children and to the youth in general in Africa. Now, another objective, but also another project that we are working on is, Chris?
Is the blue curriculum, and this blue curriculum is a critical project that the Ocean Literacy Hub in Africa is working on with our partner Mike Salu, and we are using this this curriculum to be able to bring up contents, up-to-date contents that will have that will impact in changing needs for students and youths and in Africa. And also the curriculum is, of course, Mike Salu, she would during her presentation, she will talk more of it, but let me just give an intro on it. So the curriculum is something that will spur us to a lot of much more of our projects, especially our clubs that will be coming forth. And we should understand that also that even in ancient times, children were taught survival skills. And these survival skills were skills from fishing and hunting without formal education. And these are like curriculums, and these are like curricular activities. So we are looking at having these extracurricular activities in the curriculum that will teach basic ocean skills to students, so they can learn more about the ocean and so that they can become more informed. Because this, how do you get ocean literacy to children? Because it's the bedrock. Ocean education is the bedrock of sustainability. When students are knowledgeable about the ocean, they would want to protect it. And of course, when they grow, they will become visible change makers. And of course, we can have a very beautiful world that is coming up. So the blue curriculum, we will be launching next year, and this will bring us to touch more stakeholders, reach out to more schools across Africa.
And another ongoing project is the Ocean Literacy for Blue Citizenship Training, which is a collaborative project with the Ocean Literacy Global Team, but also, this project is the pilot project is actually implemented in Europe, but we would like to implement it here in Africa, because based on a survey that has been made with the help of my colleagues, Karina Higa and Laura Khatib, we have seen that the majority of ECOPs find it difficult to understand the different tools, mechanisms, and processes of ocean governance, of decision-making, and of the inclusion of youth, of ECOPs, of early career researchers, and of also local communities. So this is why for us it is important to implement such training, because it will help to enhance the policy knowledge for the common ECOPs, but it will also help improve the co-creation and strategic campaigns to integrate those ECOPs once they have these tools and this knowledge. And we would like to implement it and through 3 different objectives, which are the training course. We are trying to find a solution to have this online option, but also in-person option. We would like also to increase the awareness campaigns about the importance of understanding the ocean governance. And of course, we would like also to call the different governmental institutions to integrate youth and ECOPs to better take decisions and to have their policy engagement secured. And the third ongoing project is, Chris?
Okay, I can see your.
You can see it?
Okay, yeah. So it's the blue schools, and the blue schools is very important. So is to see that schools are able to have knowledge about the ocean. And we are looking at it to be a student-led initiative, and it will be designed to further the love for the ocean. And with our curriculums, we will be using it to administer education in these schools. And these clubs are open to students of all levels and to inspire the next level of ocean advocates and offering hands engaging and collaborative learning experience.
Remove.
Okay, the next slide.
Okay, so the next slide is about the different challenges that from the ECOP's perspective that will explain why do we need an ocean literacy hub. And as you may see, it is based on different surveys that have been done. For example, the Blue Citizenship Project survey, or we can also mention the survey that has been done during those 2 days, and the African to UNOC consultation with youth and ECOPs. And for example, for the most recent survey that has been done, we can see that yes, capacity building is one of the main topics that interests our ECOPs, but it is followed by the ocean literacy for youth and relevant actors. And from those surveys, we can, like, if we compare and if we analyze the different point in commons of the surveys, we can identify several challenges that ECOPS faces. For example, we have this limited access to resources and knowledge, whether in local languages, whether as in a centralized web or in a centralized hub. It is difficult for ECOPS to access the different knowledge and the different resources. Then we can also find out a gap in local and regional collaboration because, as Sarah mentioned, those 2 days, we have some isolation in terms of works, and we really need this collaboration between the different stakeholders, whether at the national, regional, or international level. Then we have limited representation in global ocean literacy efforts and events, because as you might see from the pictures that I've shared in the conferences, I might appear in different conferences, and I think that this is not fair because other projects need to have more visibility. It is good because I try to share the voices of different African ECOPs and different African initiatives, but I think also that other people needs to be there. Then we have barriers to capacity building and financial and logistical constraints restricting participation in workshops, conferences, and training sessions. We have the fragmented public awareness campaigns because it happens one day, but then we don't know if it will be like continuous. Then we have difficulty in integrating local cultural and traditional values in ocean literacy outreach, because we have those 7 principles of ocean literacy, but sometimes we find it difficult to adapt it to the African context. Then we have also weak integration of ocean literacy into curricula, because as you may know, in each state, they have their own system regarding the education. So it is quite difficult to have an integral and a comprehensive ocean literacy for all. Then we have limited funding for ECOP-led ocean literacy initiatives and ECOP-led activities in general, whether for capacity building. Also, then we have lack of understanding of legal and policy framework, as I have mentioned, for the initiative of the Blue Citizenship. And we encounter also challenges in engaging youth and communities or local communities. So this is why the Ocean Literacy Hub for Africa is here, actually. As you may see, we have so many pictures reflecting the different initiatives that have been going on in Africa, and we really need to highlight those efforts. And the Ocean Literacy Hub is here to be the platform, not only for education, but also to enhance the collaboration and action for caring and for using sustainably our African ocean, and not only during the period of the UN Ocean Decade, but also beyond it. Now, what is about our mission and our vision? Well, our mission can be divided in three different aspects. First, we would like to educate Africans. That means we would like to provide accessible and engaging educational materials and resources among the different audiences in Africa. It can be through our Blue curricula, but also through the different trainings and webinars that we are actually doing, but that we would like to enhance during with our Ocean Literacy Hub. Then the collaboration, because we would like to foster effective partnerships among stakeholders. We would like to be clear about the fact that, okay, we can collaborate, but we need it to be beneficial for our African ECOPs. And thirdly, we have inspiring action through encouraging active participation and through inspiring. When we showcase the different initiatives from Africa, we would like to inspire other youth and other Africans to do the same, or maybe to improve their initiatives toward a sustainable ocean. Now, regarding the vision, we have like two main visions. First, we would like to make every African ocean literate, if we may say. So I would like to empower the individuals and the communities across Africa with the different knowledge, tools, and skills to understand those knowledge and those tools. And then would like also to adopt a solid and permanent culture of stewardship and sustainable management. And as I'm saying, and we need it to be beyond the UN Ocean Decade. Now, regarding the objective of the Ocean Literacy Hub, we can separate them in three different objectives. We have first, the educational outreach through developing and providing educational materials, whether for formal or informal schools. We would like also to enhance the knowledge of the ocean's socio-ecological role, but also the history of African oceans. We would like also to promote sustainable practices, showcase best practices, local practices, and encourage the different active participations in discussions in forums surrounding the Ocean Decade and beyond the UN Ocean Decade. The second objective is stakeholders collaboration. As we mentioned, we would like to build a platform of partners and sponsors that aims to collaborate on ocean literacy strategies and on ocean literacy projects, but also would like to support meaningfully the community's initiatives, and would like it to last beyond the UN Ocean Decade. And finally, we would also like to have this Ocean Literacy Hub as a platform for resource sharing. That means having a repository of educational materials, but we would like also to give the access to different job opportunities, grant opportunities. So we'll be working hand in hand with the capacity building to showcase the different opportunities and to democratize those jobs, those grants. We already started with the Blue Horizons series, and I am sure that we'll be continuing this objective too. Now, regarding the themed programs for our launching, we have 4 main programs. First, ocean education, because it is important. It is the basis of the ocean literacy. And for that, we would like to focus not only on the formal, but also the informal education, and going from a younger age to the university, to the post-university education. Then we have Africa aquatic heritage. Why are we talking about aquatic and not marine heritage? Because Africa is rich, and Africa not only has access to ocean, but there are also some countries that are landlocked. So the relation that they have with water is through their lakes and through their rivers. So it is important to have this awareness about the richness of Africa in terms of heritage, in terms of social, cultural, and the history, also the different wisdom related to water in Africa. Then we have also Africa aquatic biodiversity, because we have seen that one of the major parts of ECOPs in Africa are marine scientists, and it is a way to enhance their work, to enhance the characteristics of the biodiversity here in Africa. And last but not least, we have ocean governance, because, okay, we have the education, we have the different characteristics of Africa's oceans, whether in the social or scientific part, but we also need to have the global system that governs the oceans in Africa. So it is important to have it, and it will create this link towards enforcing the relationships between the different stakeholders too. Now, for the beneficiaries of the Ocean Literacy Hub, compared to the Capacity Building Hub, this one is more global. So it needs to be or to engage more stakeholders. For this, we would like to engage children and youth, of course, from their younger age. We would like to have also educators and trainers, early career professionals, local communities, researchers and academics, policymakers, because we need those people who create those laws, who create those frameworks, at the same time to understand the importance of ocean literacy, but also to integrate it and to integrate the different dimensions of it. We need also, as beneficiaries, the investors, because they need to understand how important it is to invest in the protection and sustainability of our oceans. And last but not least, the civil society. Now for collaborators, I don't think you can see all the pictures, right, Chris? There is, I think, a little issue.
Yeah. Okay, Sophia. Okay, there is no problem. I think we have limited time, so let's round it up.
Okay, it's just
Yeah.
that collaborators for now, we have Maizalu, we have the Luderitz Blue School. We have also secured the collaboration with Blue Schools, the Blue Citizenship, the Foundation Mohammed VI, and many other that we are still discussing with them the terms of our collaborations. The floor is yours, Chris.
Okay, so thank you, Sophia, for that. And lastly, this is our planned project for the ocean literacy. And this is very important, as Sophia has said, that we have a lot of activities going to go on the Ocean Literacy Hub. Sophia, slide 21. And so these are the next steps which we are going today. We are launching the hub, and next year, or this year before the year runs, our hub website will be online, and we can be able to see much more of the hub's activities and the other programs which will be going on. So these are the other ones that we have: engaging with stakeholders, launching of the Blue Curricula, educators training, and impact assessment last. Then, okay, Sophia, then this one.
So now
you can take the ocean priority focus, then you close up.
Yes. If the question is how you can support us, we have identified two general terms of supporting. We have intra-ECOPs, because we actually need to increase the Ocean Literacy Hub team, but we also need to increase and enhance the communication, between the different task teams, the African national nodes, and the other regions. And if you want to cooperate and to support us, and you are outside of the ECOP system, you can also, as Linda explained, you can become an active member, you can become a partner, you can also fund our activities, our educational materials, and why not facilitating registrations covers. So with that said, we can share with you the presentation in case you want to go through the different aspects presented. But just to close up, we cannot mention that, we cannot forget that ocean literacy is engaging all of us, is understanding why the ocean is important to us, is loving the ocean and sharing its patience. And this is what we've been doing during those 2 years, and we really count on you to help us and to support us to continue in our work. So thank you very much for everyone who participated in the different initiatives, and thank you very much for your time, for your attention, and hopefully for your support.
Thank you, Chris and Sophia, for this wonderful presentation. So I'm Loretta Wajiako, and I'm the program assistant for ECOP Africa. So we'll take just 1 or 2 questions, indicate by the raise of your hands, and we'll attend to your question, then we'll move on to the next program. Okay, we have one here. Hi, John. Introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hello, I'm Professor John Bushit. I'm from the University of Jos, Nigeria. Quite interesting hearing about the ocean. My concern is I've never been near the ocean. How can I conduct a research about the ocean? And how can I be involved as a facilitator towards your course? I appreciate every content and it's revealing to me, but I want to be part of it. But this time around, I view that I could best fit in as a researcher and maybe in facilitation. How can I be involved? Must I go to the ocean before I do that? Thank you.
Grace, do you want to answer?
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. John. And it's very important that the ocean holds us together, but also Africa is really large, and we have non-coastal cities also that are inside. So that is the reason why we are also focusing also on the rivers and the rivers that are within ocean, the Great Lakes that are within Africa also, because of course the rivers are the life of, they say this is the life blood of the oceans or so. So it's important that we have various number of researchers that are there, and the hub is going to provide this for us, because as a team, we're going to work to see how we can do lots of research on the ocean areas, even within the rivers that are within you. So you don't need to be in the ocean to do the research. So of course, we can always have the rivers within us, and also you can join our researchers also within ECOP also to have more research on the oceans. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Shamaka, do we have another question?
Anyone else has questions? Please raise your hand so we can mute you. No more questions? You can also drop your question in Q&A session here on the Zoom platform. And also, if you're interested, you can also drop your questions directly to Sophia and Chris later on. No more questions? Okay, Chamaka is with you now, please. Chamaka, you there? I think I lost her. All right, I'll take over here. Thank you so much, Sophie and Chris, for this incredible launch. Thank you so much for all the efforts that you've been putting through this project. It's very, very groundbreaking project, especially the Blue Curriculum for Africa and our hub. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have very good discussions and engagements from next year with the new activities going on. And please, everyone from the audience, our members, our partners, our interested partner sponsors, please contact us so we can engage even more in ocean literacy as subjects. Thank you so much. All right, so now I'm just gonna call Linda again, our fundraising coordinator, just to make a quick campaign here again, so we can have a call for the possible sponsors. Please, Linda, let me just share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. Yep, there you go. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. All right, so thanks once again for the opportunity to invite our potential sponsors and partners to be a part of the ECOP Africa node, supporting us with the great activities, the great work that is currently ongoing. And we've heard from our colleagues, Chris and Sophia, on the brilliant job you're doing with ocean literacy. So yes, this is a call to all our sponsors out there, our partners. Please join us. You can support us in kind, you can support us as a partner. You can provide resources to support our projects. You can provide logistics, facilities, conference space, and also through sponsorship. Yes, we would need funds to be able to drive our activities as we advance, as we grow as a node, and make our voices heard out there. So how can you support us? You can reach out to us by sending us an email to africa@ecopdecade.org, or you can visit our webpage on the ecopdecade.org website, and we would like to hear how you'd want to come on board as a partner or a sponsor. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. All right, so now going forward with our program of today, we're gonna implement the preliminary survey. Today's subject is only related to ocean literacy. So I call all our audience, please answer those questions. It's gonna be only 5 to 6 questions. And we gonna go through each of the questions slowly and clarifying. If you have any questions related to the survey, please raise your hand and we are able to clarify. So I'm gonna welcome again Sophie and Chris to implement the survey. I'm just gonna ask, please, Chris and Sophia, let's try. We're gonna have to shorten a bit the survey for 20 minutes, so we just don't go over the time, please. And then we can see the results at the end of the survey. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I get the survey on now. I think I'm having some issues on the survey.
Sophia, can you open up the survey for him?
I can't see the option to open it up.
You don't have it?
No.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, I can do that, and then you guys can just go through with me. Let me just see, ocean literacy, let's launch.
Okay, we can see it.
Okay.
All right.
So please, everyone, don't hesitate to answer those different questions related to ocean literacy. We have 5 questions, as you may see. And for the first question is, what do you think should be prioritized to increase ocean literacy across Africa, across the continent, but also across the region and across the country? We have 3 options: whether expanding knowledge of ocean science through formal education and research. We have integrating indigenous knowledge, local languages, and community perspective into ocean education, or raising awareness on ocean health and its impact on local livelihoods through awareness campaigns and outreach programs. I will give you, I think, a few minutes or seconds to answer so we can move to the second question with Chris. Or if you want to go ahead, Chris.
Okay.
Mhm.
If that is done, can you hear me?
Yes, please,
Yes.
Chris.
The second question is, what do you think are the most effective strategies to engage young people and empower them to take actions for the ocean? The first one is creating youth-specific programs and space for dialogues and exchange on ocean issues. The second one is through mentorship and training opportunities for early career professionals in ocean-related fields. And 3 is increasing access to ocean science tools and research opportunities for youth.
So for the third questions, it says, in many African communities, local languages and traditional ecological knowledge play a central role in how people understand and interact with the ocean. So for you, how can we ensure that these perspectives are reflected in ocean literacy programs? Option 1, by developing multilingual materials and resources that reflect local cultures and languages. The second option is by creating platforms for community leaders, elders, and indigenous youth to share traditional knowledge and stories. Or the third option is by partnering with local organizations through ECOP Africa national nodes to create community-driven ocean literacy campaigns and educational programs. Chris?
Okay. Early career ocean professionals are the future leaders of ocean preservation and sustainability, but they face unique challenges that can hinder their effort. What do you think are the primary barriers ECOPs encounter when trying to benefit from promoting ocean literacy and sustainability? 1, limited access to funding and resources, research projects, and capacity building. 2, lack of opportunities for networking and collaborating across different regions and sectors. 3, difficulty in translating scientific knowledge into accessible formats for local communities.
And the last question is related to the launch of the Ocean Literacy Hub. And it says, the launch of the Ocean Literacy Hub represents a new opportunity to centralize and amplify efforts for ocean education, research, and advocacy, as we presented. So for you, what types of support would be most useful for the advancement of ocean literacy across Africa? 1, providing access to educational tools, platforms, and resources in local languages. 2, creating networks and collaborative opportunities for ECOPs, youth, schools, and local communities across the continent. Or 3, by offering funding, mentorship, and training to enhance the capacity of local institutions and individuals working on ocean literacy initiatives. I think we can give you, Sarah, how many?
Yes. Let's give 2 minutes for the attendees to go through each question, so they have some more time because some of the questions are very comprehensive. So let's just give 2 more minutes and then we can go back quickly to the 5 questions, then we finalize. So 2 more minutes, please. I encourage all the participants of today's event to answer to this survey. It's of high importance for us because we can then direct and align your needs and priorities with the upcoming events for the following years of the ECOP program, especially within our node, the Africa node. So please, participants, I see that some of you haven't answered yet, so please engage with us. This is really, really very important. Thank you.
Hi.
Yes.
I'm not sure what happened because I'm using my phone. I can't see the poll. Did you share a link where we can actually answer the questions?
Who is speaking? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, you're speaking to Obakeng from Zanzibar.
Hi, so this survey is gonna be simultaneous by the pool app. Unfortunately, we cannot share a link at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But have you don't see the poll on your screen?
It was on my screen, but then I clicked close. Then now I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, so I think you have to just open it again on your bottom right to see if there's a pool available for you, if I'm not wrong. Natalie, maybe you can assist us on this.
I can also try and get a
Okay.
link or a QR code.
Okay. What she can do is, because now I can see it on my screen now. Click on more. There are 3 dots on more. Then go to pool and quizzes. Do you see that?
I see it. Found it. Thanks.
That's good. Okay, you're welcome.
All right, so we can give you two more minutes for the rest of the participants of today's event to answer this survey. I hope that everyone found the pool there where you can answer. Like Chris said, you can click on more, 3 dots, and then pool, right?
Yeah, genau.
Yeah, and then it's gonna show up the pool for you.
Can I also ask, am I a panelist? It says panelists cannot participate in the poll.
Yes, that's correct. If you're a panelist, you're not able to participate. It's just for the attendees.
Oh, I didn't know I was a panelist.
Yeah, but you can see the survey.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
So you
No
can
problem.
share with us.
All right, Sophia and Chris, can you just go through each of the question again? Just so there's a last shot, so we can finalize the pool in a few minutes. Just allow 1 minute in between each question, so everyone has time to read themselves, please.
Okay. Now, the first one was, what do you think should be prioritized to increase ocean literacy across the continent, region, and country? First, expanded knowledge of ocean science through formal education and research. 2, integrating indigenous knowledge, local languages, and community perspectives into ocean education. 3, raising awareness of ocean health and its impact on livelihoods through awareness campaigns and outreach programs.
Question 2. What do you think are the most effective strategies to engage young people and empower them to take action for the oceans? 1. Creating youth perspective programs and spaces for dialogue and exchange on ocean issues. 2. Through mentorship and training opportunities for early career professionals in ocean-related issues or fields. 3. Increasing access to ocean science tools, data, and research opportunities for youth. Grace? Grace? Okay, the question 3. In many African communities, local languages and traditional ecological knowledge play a central role in how people understand and interact with the ocean. How can we ensure that these perspectives are reflected in ocean literacy programs? One, developing multilingual materials and resources that reflect local culture and languages. Two, creating platforms for community leaders, elders, and indigenous youth to share traditional knowledge and stories. Or three, partnering with local organizations through ECOP African National Nodes to create community-driven ocean literacy campaigns and educational programs. Four, early career ocean professionals are the future leaders of ocean preservation and sustainability, but they face unique challenges that can hinder their efforts. What do you think are the primary barriers ECOPs encounter when trying to benefit from or promote ocean literacy and sustainability? Limited access to funding and resources for research projects and capacity building, lack of opportunities for networking and collaboration across different regions and sectors, or three, difficulty in translating scientific knowledge into accessible formats for local communities. And the last question is, the launch of the Ocean Literacy Hub represents a new opportunity to centralize and amplify efforts for ocean education, research, and advocacy. What types of support would be most useful for the advancement of ocean literacy across Africa? One, providing access to educational tools, platforms, and resources in local languages. Two, creating networks and collaborative opportunities for ECOP, youth, schools, and local communities across the continent. Or three, offering funding, mentorship, and training to enhance the capacity of local institutions and individuals working on ocean literacy initiatives.
Thank you, Sophia. We're gonna give one last minute for those that are still going through the questions, and then we can finalize the poll and see the results together to discuss a few points. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, I don't think we're gonna have more answers, so we can finalize the poll. Thank you so much for those that have participated on this survey. It's very important for us. So now let's see the results. I'm gonna share with you now. All right, can everyone see the results?
Yes, Sarah, we can see it.
All right, so Sophie and Chris, you can lead on that too, please.
Okay. So for question one, it was, what do you think should be prioritized to increase ocean literacy across the continent, region, or your country? So we have 46% related to integrating indigenous knowledge, local languages, and community perspective into ocean education. And we have a comment from Husseini who said that we need really to think about the language barriers. As we know, in Africa, we have French, English, Portuguese, Spanish, and Arabic. And I know that many of my colleagues from French-speaking countries would like to participate, but cannot understand English. And the second most voted answer was raising awareness on ocean health and its impact on local livelihoods through awareness campaigns and outreach programs. And thirdly, we have expanding knowledge of ocean sciences through formal education and research. I don't know if any one of our attendees would like to discuss this point.
Please raise your hand if you'd like to discuss more in depth. No one? Maybe we can leave a little bit of questions towards the end if there's any or any inputs.
Okay. So should we move to the second question, Sarah?
Yes, please.
Okay, Chris?
Okay, yeah, I can do that. What do you think are the most effective strategies to engage young people and empower them to take actions for the oceans? Now, the highest voted was through mentorship, training opportunities for early career professionals in ocean-related field. And just like what we are doing also, we are also looking at training and mentorship is one of the core things which we are working on. And so this will be a priority already. We have already gotten opportunities for the ocean teachers, and this will help people who are early career professionals to be able to empower them with the knowledge and effective strategies to engage. Then I think the second most voted was creating youth-specific programs and spaces for dialogues and exchange on ocean issues. Then we also have the third one, increasing access to ocean tools, data, research, and opportunities for youth.
What is good from this survey is that we can see that there are like options that are close to each other, which help us to align the objectives and the different our vision from the Ocean Literacy Hub with those answers. Okay, now moving to the third question is, in many African communities, local languages and traditional ecological knowledge play a central role in how people understand and interact with the ocean. How we can ensure that these perspectives are reflected in ocean literacy programs. So the most voted answer, and it has 69%, so quite important.
Yes.
Local organization through ECOP Africa National Notes to create community-driven ocean literacy campaigns and educational program. And this is why we are asking for your support, because we really need to increase our team members, and especially at the national levels, because they can bridge the gap between what we are aiming to do at the regional level, but also implementing it at the national levels. And we have the other option that has many votes is creating platforms for community leaders, elders, and indigenous youth to share traditional knowledge. And this is why also it is part of our Ocean Literacy Hub, because we would like, as I said, to enhance their stories, to enhance the African voices, the African experience, the African wisdom through these Ocean Literacy Hub. But we need the national coordinators to help us to identify those persons so we can highlight their work. Okay.
Okay, 4.
4, yes, please, Chris.
Early career ocean professionals are the future leaders of ocean preservation and sustainability. But they face, and one of the highest one that we have voted was limited access to funding and resources for research, projects, and capacity building. Of course, we know that funding is really a part that, because we can have the knowledge, but when it comes to funding and resources, it's very difficult, because I know that many ECOPs also want to attend lots of capacity building development trainings, and also those in the research field, just like Dr. John said earlier, and resources for researches and projects, and funding very important. And that's why we are also looking for various ways for funding a lot of activities, and also for ECOPs that are in the ocean literacy field, so we can use this to have a high impact projects that reaches across Africa. The second most voted also was lack of opportunities for networking, collaboration access across regions and sector. Working on this collaboration is important, because if we don't have collaborations, we cannot reach to a higher gap. And why organizations, also those that are joining us, we're also seeking for networking and collaborations across the different regions already. We have already made some few collaborations, but that is not enough. We still need to make more. And difficulty in translating scientific knowledge into accessible formats for local community. So this is a barrier. And ocean-related materials also, it's just like the Venice Declaration, which we were also involved in. We are also looking at how to translate them to different languages for the local communities to use. Because how does the lay people able to understand this high scientific knowledge is when we put it in the way they can be able to understand. So also we look for collaborations on this aspect. Sophia, the last one.
For the last one, the launch of Ocean Literacy Hub represents a new opportunity to centralize and amplify efforts for ocean education, research, and advocacy. What types of support would be useful for the advancement of ocean literacy across Africa? And the most voted option is, of course, funding, mentorship, training to enhance the capacity of local institutions and individuals working on ocean literacy initiatives. As you may have seen through our presentation, this is the #1 objective of the Ocean Literacy Hub, is the educational outreach. So, and we also have these vote for creating networking, which is also the main objective of the ECOP program network. I think that to finish it, the investment is really important for us. So this is why we are here today. This is why we are reaching to the different institutions, to different collaborators and supporters to find out the way to finance our different activities, to find out our different materials too, because we know how important it is to have this awareness about the ocean importance for us. And this is the why of our Ocean Literacy Hub. Arriving to this point, we have a last question from Mariam. Can you add the youth education to the training of researchers? Yes, actually, I have an answer for you, because we are planning to have a training for educators in collaboration with Blue Schools. So if you want, just contact us through the mail that we've shared, so we can also add you to the list of interested persons in case you want to have more information too. So arriving to that point, I think, Sarah, the floor is yours.
All right, we're gonna stop sharing the survey. I just want to like to thank you, all of you who have answered those questions. Thanks so much. I'm just gonna give 1 minute for one more question from the outside. I see some hands raised here. Let me just see Idoko. Idoko, you there?
Good day.
Good
My
day.
name is Idoko Ogbe. Mine is just more or less like a contribution, not a question, so to say. And I want to speak in regard to ocean literacy. Now, when you talk about ocean literacy, especially in developing countries like Africa, I want to say that most of the research institute and our universities play a major role in actually promoting ocean literacy. So if we must actually get to our expectations, there is actually need to see how we can bring various academians and researchers together. A typical example, like just few days ago, I met a professor who have actually gone to the ocean seafloor using submersible, almost like has gone to almost like 11,000 kilometers, even at the ocean floor. And you realize that while doing that, as a professor, he will not continue to be like that. So he try his possible best to bring in his PhD students, his undergraduate students. And by so doing, you will realize that the literacy potential or exposure will be advanced to another level. So one thing I want to suggest is the ability to try in as much as possible so that various scholars across universities, even universities themselves and research institutes, can actually occupy a core positions in promoting ocean literacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Idoko. Anyone would like to comment, Sophia or Chris?
Sophia, I think we have a program on that. You can comment.
Yes, actually, thank you, Mr. Udoko, for sharing your suggestions. And I should just mention that we are working actually with different stakeholders, and one of the most important are academicians and universities. The example that I gave is the Moroccan one, where we try to reach out to the different researchers and students, university students, to create and enforce these this ocean stewardship. And as you mentioned, their support is essential, because they have the knowledge and they have the attendees to share with them this knowledge and the skills. So the thing is that we just need to have more visibility about our work, about what we need to do, what we want to achieve, and to get their feedback and their interest into sharing with us these objectives, and into having, for example, programs or trainings for their students. So thank you very much for your suggestions, and I hope we can hear from you in case you want us to collaborate by connecting with other stakeholders, or maybe Nigerians, ECOPs, who would like to help you to create these opportunities for your universities students. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sophia. I'm just gonna allow one more question because I see some hands are raised here. Winnie, you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Winnie.
Oh, yes. Hi, my name is Winnie. I'm from Kenya. And I just want to ask, at first, thank you so much for this webinar. It's been really insightful. And I would like to ask about the opportunities for funding. Like as a ECOP member, how do we directly benefit from this funding? How do you identify projects that warrant funding? I'm just curious to find out how an ECOP member, an ordinary ECOP member, would really benefit from such project, because sometimes we have ideas, we have before I've written a proposal, but I'm required to identify with a body, and I'm like, should I identify with ECOP or another organization? I'm really not sure sometimes how I can benefit from ECOP. So please, could you clarify?
Winnie.
Yeah.
Thanks for that question. However, we're going to try to address the questions right now to ocean literacy. I just want to let you know that on Friday, the subject will be only related to fundraising, and then we can place this question on the Q&A session as a continuity discussion. Please just join us again on Friday, and we'll make sure to clarify on how the opportunities are for fundraising. Our fundraising team, Linda and Adisa, will be taking that lead on Friday, so please don't miss out. I'm just gonna then allow now Ifeoluwa, sorry Ifeoluwa if I didn't pronounce your name correctly, but you can speak up. Place your question, please.
Yeah, good day, everyone. Thanks so much for the knowledge so far. Concerning spreading the ocean literacy, I just want to make a contribution about the workforce. So, although we might have people with organizations, the local level might have the capacity to partner. I also believe one way we can achieve this is by I belong to a surveyor network here in Lagos, Young Surveyors Network, and one way we promote, literacy about the profession is forming groups and going into schools, like secondary schools, creating awareness about what the profession is all about. So I believe we can also, employ that probably at the national notes level, where you can, create groups of people who might be interested in sharing, literacy about the ocean. They might not belong to any organization per se that have the capacity to partner, but they might just, have interest. So I believe through the national notes, you can actually, probably send out a mail to ECOP members, and get people who might be interested in forming groups that can, go out to their home localities to, share the visions and how people can, relate with the ocean. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Chris, you want to comment on that?
Okay, thank you. This is the clubs is important in our work, and hence that's why we are starting to develop contents and materials. Already we have partnered, we are working in partnership with our mother organization, ECOP Global Ocean Literacy Tax Team, and also the OLWA and also the Blue Schools. We've engaged the bridge on that. And we have a scattered number of our members that are already doing something on this. It's just to bring us together to see that we have a more, a bigger action. So we've started this, and as soon as the curriculum is launched, we will start a wide teachers training, and this teachers training will look into how to get it's from whether teachers in school, also young ECOPS members. That is what we are looking at, to see that we are able to train them to be able to start up these clubs and community engagement and involvement in various communities. So I think we are starting this next year once the Blue curriculum is launched. And of course, that is the reason why we're also involving you, and also our coordinating strength. We also are going to increase it the more. So not just Sophia and I, we're going to increase it the more to involve more people in different aspects, just like we have our regional and country coordinators that are also doing some in their own part to get the clubs done. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. So we are closing up the Q&A session. So sorry for those who still have questions. You can place directly to the speakers, Chris and Sophia, or in our chat here. If they have time, they will answer you back. Or you're welcome also to drop them an email. Sophia and Chris, you can also drop the Ocean Literacy email here on the chat, please. So anyone who is interested to go further in this discussion can reach you out. Now we need to proceed to the program of today's event. Thank you so much. I'm gonna now welcome our partners on ocean literacy, starting with Maria McAndrew from Maizalu. I'm just gonna give a brief introduction about Maizalu projects. Welcome, Maria. So Maizalu is a global initiative dedicated to inspiring environmental care and awareness for young people through the power of storytelling. Its mission is to empower a generation of change makers, fostering a sustainable and thriving world for all through inspiration, education, and opportunities. Maizalu believes that every child deserves a chance to learn about and protect the planet in ways that are meaningful and relevant to them. The organization's vision is a world where every young person becomes an empowered environmental champion, committed to safeguarding the planet for future generations. By harnessing the power of storytelling, Maizalu engages learners through innovative educational programs, hands-on experience, and community-focused initiatives. Thank you so much, Maria, for being here with us. You're welcome to start your presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm wondering if I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
No, we can hear you, yes.
Can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for that wonderful introduction. And it is quite an honor to be here with you all today. It's been a wonderful week, really. I've learned so much and experienced so much learning from Sarah and all the other speakers during this week. And I really think that you deserve a virtual hand clap for such an amazing event. So thank you so much. My name is Maria McAndrew, and I'm honored to be here today. I'm a social impact entrepreneur, a writer, and I'm also an advocate for environmental education and responsible AI education. Can I share my screen? Am I sharing my screen?
Yes, I believe you're sharing it already. Yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So today I'm very excited to introduce the Blue Ocean Curriculum for Africa, which is an innovative program we've been really working together and designing together with the ECOP Ocean Literacy Tasks team in Africa. So this curriculum is designed to help foster a deeper connection with the oceans. I like particularly what John shared earlier. I think it's Dr. John who asked a question and said, I don't understand. I have never been to the ocean. It was quite an exciting question because that is exactly what we are trying to accomplish with the Blue Ocean Curriculum. Can you just excuse me a second?
I think you're muted.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, Maria.
Yes, so this is what happens with kids. The moment you are the one presenting, then they cry for mama, they want attention and everything else.
Not a problem.
But yeah, so I was talking about the curriculum that it is designed to help foster a deeper connection with the ocean. And I was referencing, I think it was Dr. John, who said, I've never been close to the ocean. And this is one of the things we are hoping to achieve with our young people, that would bring the vastness, the beauty, and even the importance of the ocean to each and every classroom all across Africa, so that our young people can connect with the ocean and learn about it and hopefully love it enough to protect it. We heard from the different speakers speaking that it's difficult to protect something that we don't love. And how can they love something that they know nothing about? So we're confident that through this curriculum, we'll inspire our young African people to be better stewards of our ocean. So let me tell you a little story as I continue to share. Sometime last year, I was hiking on a famous hill in Gaborone in Botswana. The hill is called Kale Hill. So one of the things we noticed when we were hiking was the hill was very trashy. There was a lot of trash. People drink their water and litter there. So we decided every weekend when we hike, would carry our trash bags and pick up litter as part of our hiking activity. But what we did not realize is there was a group of young people that watched us every time we went up the hill to pick up litter and come down with litter. So one weekend, we went up the hill as usual, we're picking up our litter, and one of the most amazing experiences that I saw, young people running down, as you can see on my slide, they were practically carrying trash on their hands, not caring about getting dirty. I practically cried because that showed me that sometimes young people, all we need to do is to give them the tools, the knowledge, and the legal inspiration, and they will surprise us. Nobody had to tell those young people, go and pick up trash. They just watched a few adults do it. And now they go up the mountain and they play. They pick up trash. They come down the mountain carrying loads and loads of trash. And with the ocean curriculum for Africa, this is exactly the kind of ripple effect we want to create with the Blue Ocean curriculum. Hopefully our young people, if they learn, like Chris said earlier, they will choose differently and they will take better care of the environment differently. And that's one of the things we really try and do at Maizalu, to inspire, educate, and empower young people to become better stewards of the environment. And we are so excited to have partnered with the ECOP Ocean Literacy Task Team in Africa in creating a curriculum for our young people, inspired by our young people. So over the past year, we've been working tirelessly to build and create this curriculum. For as of now, like there was a question that was asked, yes, we've been working and we are collaborating with professionals, not just from ECOP, but from different parts as well, from academia, from policymakers, and even young people themselves. And we've outlined the framework of the curriculum, we've developed various modules, and we've begun creating the foundational content for this curriculum. And currently, we are consulting with a diverse group of professional stakeholders, and hopefully, like I said, would love to bring a lot of young people and communities to help us refine this material so that it meets the highest standards of accuracy and of engagement as well. Because these consultations are actually now a critical next step for us in this process, and they are paving a way for our next phase, which is the full content development and bringing the content and the curriculum to life and into the hands of the learners. So this curriculum aims to cultivate a sense of wonder about the ocean, the hidden depths of the ocean, and the diverse environments of the ocean. I wouldn't take you through what it covers because I'm aware that we might be behind on time, so I don't want to take a lot of your time. But just in brief, we're looking to encourage students and help them gain a strong foundation in understanding the ocean structure, its layers, zones, and how these influence marine life. We're also looking at the science behind large-scale ocean circulation, the formation and impact of ocean waves, tides, and their critical role in coastal ecosystems. It also introduces students.
I think about the
Hello, John. John, please, can you mute yourself?
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much. And this curriculum also introduces students to the geographical extent of African oceans, highlighting the bordering seas and the significance of Africa's vast coastlines. We learned from Sarah this past 2 days how vast our African coastlines are and how vast the oceans that surround us are. And students will also explore the role of Africa's oceans in climate dynamics, including their impact on weather patterns, their role in carbon storage, and many other aspects. And some of the topics that I really enjoy that are covered in this curriculum are topics on the human impact on the oceans and sustainable practices. Sophia, I think it must have been Sophia, she mentioned earlier that we're working on ensuring that we honor indigenous knowledge and practices so that we draw lessons from generations who have actually been natural stewards of the seas. And a key component of this curriculum, and I think Chris will clap at this, is building ocean empathy and helping students form an emotional and meaningful connections to the ocean. We're also integrating the arts through ocean-inspired creativity in literature, visual storytelling, and using these mediums to inspire change and advocacy. So it's quite a lot that is covered. The blue economy, showcasing how Africa can leverage its ocean resources sustainably to create economic opportunities. And also students will also be equipped to engage in ocean policy and advocacy and will empower them, hopefully, to shape the future of marine conservation and resource use. So looking forward, we're excited about collaborating with many other experts, like Sophia has already alluded. And one of our key goals is to develop and pilot this project, ensuring it's not only impactful, but it's also adaptable to the needs of young learners and educators in various contexts and various environments and spaces. So, and Sophia and Chris articulated the mission and vision of this project so well earlier. And as we gain momentum, we look forward to all of you being a part of this project. And with this momentum, we are committed to making this curriculum a tool that not only will educate, but also inspire action, stewardship, and a deeper connection with the ocean. And we said, you cannot love what you don't know. It's not just about learning the facts. It's also for igniting passion. And we are hoping that our students will have more responsibility and that through this curriculum, we are preparing a new generation of ocean stewards who will help us build a future where oceans are not only understood, but also cherished, protected, and celebrated. And as we say, we cannot protect that which we cannot love. And to love deeply, we must also deepen our knowledge. So thank you very much. That's all that I would love to share with you today. And if you do have any questions, I will be very happy to answer them.
Thank you so much, Maria, for this interesting presentation about the Blue Curriculum and Mazalu projects. It's so good to hear about initiatives like Mazalu. And I think we all understand throughout this week, and also especially the Ocean Literacy coordinators and yourself, that it seems that the Blue Curriculum for Africa project is like a very welcome project. It seems that everyone is in the hangar to have and implement these projects straight away. It looks like everyone is keen to have this project implemented in your country and also as a whole in the African continent. I'm going to open up questions now for the audience. Please raise your hand if you'd like to direct questions to Maria related to Mazalu or even about the Blue Curriculum for Africa. If you have some questions, please raise your hand. No questions from the audience? Don't be shy, please. You may also drop some questions if you like directly to Maria through the chat if you prefer later on. It looks like Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas? Hello, Nicholas?
Yeah, yes. Good afternoon. It's nice to be here this good afternoon here. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Nice to be here, and thanks for what a good experience to have all the knowledge being shared in this platform. I wanted to ask, how can we have access to these wonderful books that she just presented now? Are they in e-copies or they are in hard copies?
Maria or Chris, you may answer that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh, yes, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, at the moment, we are almost I can say 80% on completion for them, and when it comes up, we would like to put them on e-copies first. Then, as we have fundings and all that, then we can put them in hard copies, and it will be shared in schools where not just ECOP schools, also with partner organizations that has Blue Schools and others. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nicholas, for the question. I have also Janet here. Janet, you can welcome, Janet. You can place your question, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. I would just like to ask about the process of the compilation of these materials. If it's about the content, if it's a general content that we can use, or we could also if when we have the material available, if it's possible for us to edit for our specific regions, because ECOP is a global network, and we have, although we are tackling the same object matter here, we have different types of coastlines and communities, so that it can be a tool for us. So that's my question.
Thank you, Janet. Maria, Chris?
Okay. At the moment, the curriculum is structured in such a way that it's easy to use in any region across Africa, because it's not like a lesson note which is specified on that. So it's developed for you also you can formulate your lesson notes from it and use it to teach students in any location you find yourself, because I know that the African oceans, even the rivers and the lakes within Africa, are very diverse. So it's good that we make something that is general. So when you are probably probably using it, you can structure it to the way it suits your community. Thanks.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
We are not taking further questions. I'm so sorry because we're really behind the time now. But again, you're welcome to drop Maria an email, Maria, if you'd like to put in the chat your email so anyone can engage with you for further discussion, further questions. In terms of the Blue Curriculum for Africa, the ECOP Africa node will definitely keep you up to date related to that for the step-by-steps of the implementation of this project, but also the conceptualization phase, because they're still on that phase right now. And we are definitely gonna try to engage each one of you interested stakeholders on participating of this project closely through our social medias and open up calls to engage directly with Masalu and our ECOP coordinators. Thank you so much. But now we have to proceed. Please, I'm now going to welcome Judy Beaumont from the International Ocean Institute, the South Africa office. She's director of the IOI South Africa. Welcome, Judy. Thank you so much for joining us today and taking up the lead to talk about the Institute's initiatives on capacity building and also ocean literacy. I'm just going to introduce quickly the IOI for those who don't know yet about the institution. So IOI is a world-leading independent non-governmental non-profit organization conducting training and capacity building in ocean governance with the aim of creating knowledgeable future leaders. IOI trains young and mid-career practitioners in contemporary approaches to coastal and ocean management, with an emphasis on the moral, ethical, and legal values of ocean governance, like equity and peaceful use of the oceans. The mission of IOI is to ensure the sustainability of the oceans as a source of life and to uphold and expand the principle of the common heritage of mankind as enshrined in the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. As a knowledge-based institution, the IOI offers a number of training courses on ocean governance and related issues at the national, regional, and international levels. It also accesses and produces publications of current scientific, legal, and policy developments and participates in the development of national and international agendas related to the oceans. The IOI headquarters is in Malta, but they do have centers and focal points in different regions of the world, including South Africa. So please welcome Judy Beaumont. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yes, Judy, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for the opportunity, a really wonderful opportunity. And I think there are so many areas of synergy and possibilities for working together. I'm going to, and in fact, thank you. You've introduced IOI so thoroughly that in fact you've probably covered a lot of the content of the presentation. But let me quickly go through. I'm going to just give you a little bit of background and also cover really what the three of the nodes, the International Ocean Institute nodes in Africa, are doing. And I think you will also see that there's a lot of real potential for synergies there. So as you've said, International Ocean Institute it's an international non-government organization with the headquarters in Malta. There are 5 global IOI regions, and the African region has offices in southern, it's in South Africa, but it's the Southern Africa node in Cape Town. And then there's Nigeria and for the West African node, Egypt for the North African node, and Kenya has been doing work in the East African node. So the origins lie in the UN Convention of Law of the Sea negotiations many years ago, International Ocean Institute actually has consultative status at the UN. And as you've indicated, our focus really is on ocean governance and all of the different ocean governance sectors and helping, working with early and mid-career professionals around understanding the multiple different sectors involved in ocean governance and developing a language that enables the bridge building between the different sectors. So whether you're in shipping, whether you're in fishing, whether you're in conservation, even defense, whatever you may be, whatever your professional base is, you start having an understanding of the key priorities and issues and challenges and opportunities of different ocean governance sectors. So you've already taken us through the vision and the mission, but it's useful also to see it sometimes in writing. And key issue there is, as humans and as humankind, to live in a positive and sustainable relationship with the ocean. Our mission is around sustainability, around the principle of common heritage, around peace in the ocean for the benefit of future generations, really unpacking the concept of ocean governance at national, regional, and global levels, training and education for capacity building. Key issue there is respect for common good, the ocean really being the archetypal example of a common and shared good, and ecosystems really producing the services and resources that humankind depend on. Let me just move on. So this just gives you a sense of, from an African perspective, where the nodes are, and we work together across the different nodes and reach out to each other and really try to serve as many countries as possible. So just to give you a bit of a sense of what is happening. So the International Ocean Institute in Nigeria is led by Akanbi Williams. He's the director of the IOI Nigeria Center, which oversees the IOI activities within the West African sub-region. And of course, all of us work within the directives of our head office in Malta. So in Nigeria, the focus and the type of activities that are included within the Nigerian offerings are conferences and symposia, campaigns on marine sustainability and conservation, ocean literacy programs, really growing the focus and different types of ocean literacy programs. Our outreach programs, Ocean Academy programs, celebration of World Oceans Day, and really trying to reach out to as many people as possible. And of course, building capacity of staff within the region. So here are some of the achievements or at least some of the specific themes that the IOI Nigeria has focused on. In 2022, looking at ocean knowledge for sustainable use, exploitation and conservation. 2023, ocean science for all, promoting ocean literacy and empowering Nigerians through ocean literacy. 2024, moving into blue economy and sustainable development, cultural and indigenous perspectives of the ocean. And again, the last one around sustainability issues. And of course, you would have seen there that there are different languages. Each of the nodes tries to offer ocean programs in different languages. And I will also mention how our Ocean Academy works and how it builds on the International Ocean Institute alumni that go through the IOI courses. So some of Nigeria's achievements, really wide-raising awareness wide-ranging awareness raising on current ocean governance issues, different lectures, ocean literacy campaigns, as I've mentioned, community engagements, looking at livelihoods issues, upcycling of waste to wealth programs, pulling waste out of the ocean, women and youth capacity programs, and then going into some of the softer and important areas like cooking, like art exhibitions, information leaflets, etc. This is one of the ocean academies that was offered, focusing on cultural and indigenous perspectives. So that's just a bit of a sense of what is happening in IOI Nigeria. IOI in Egypt is led by Lamia Ismail. She's the director of the IOI Egypt Center. And the center is located within the National Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries. It's been going for a long time, since 2004. Some of the work that is done, again, celebrating World Ocean Day with workshops, seminars, webinars, etc., using different themes. Workshops. IOI Egypt delivers 2 4-day workshops every year and has been doing that since 2017. And so, for example, workshop 1 more recently has been at Suez City, focusing on the Egyptian seas, governance, law and management for a sustainable future. And workshop 2 at Hurghada, focusing on Red Sea sustainable development and governance issues around marine resources, impacts and management. So this just gives you a sort of a sense of the work being done in Egypt. Egypt this year has delivered the 4-week ocean governance training program under the title Red Sea and Arabian Gulf, Developing Human Capacity for Sustainable Ocean Governance and Integrated Management. And the program was delivered in Arabic, drawing participants from Egypt and from the Arab region broadly. Also, the online academies, that 4-week course is in person. The online academies ocean academies are more literacy focused. So IOI Egypt delivered 2 online academy courses this year, one focusing on contribution of the Sustainable Development Goals to the marine conservation conservation within the marine environment, and looking at the second one, looking at challenges and opportunities for a sustainable future. There's an ocean literacy course coming up online between the 14th and the 26th of December. I think that's in the next couple of days, and focusing on environmental challenges and economic opportunities, and that one is also in Arabic. Then just the final one to focus on for now, the International Ocean Institute Southern Africa, and I am the director there, and I work with my colleague Kirsha Govender, who's also on the call. So we are a registered non-profit organization with a small office based in Cape Town. We work with a network of associates and partners. Similar to the IOI Egypt, we offer an annual 1-month in-person course every year in Ocean Governance for Africa. And we draw our participants, and we've been doing that since 2013. We draw our participants from across the continent. So this recent course took place in the month of November, from the 4th to the 29th of November. And we've just, in fact, concluded. And we had 22 participants from 12 different African countries. Really very just vibrant group of people, passionate, deeply engaged and deeply interested in ocean governance challenges, opportunities, solutions. We also offer various technical and ocean literacy short courses. We do workshop and conference facilitation. We do research to inform policy making and decision making. We explore best practice on ocean and coastal management tools, and we really try to reach out and build our networks. So some of the themes of IOI Southern Africa: marine spatial planning, small-scale fisheries, marine invasive species, protected areas, marine pollution, climate change. So various specific themes, but then broadly, our ocean governance focus tries to bridge across the different ocean sectors, as I've indicated. So just a little bit more around our ocean governance program. The goal is to enhance capacity and awareness across Africa, build expertise, and promote regional collaboration. So we create a network of alumni. Our target audience is early and mid-career. I see we say only mid-career, but that's we missed that. It's actually early and mid-career professionals, government officials, educators, researchers, civil society, etc. And we have a set of modules that we work through systematically. We have a number of guest lecturers. We really depend on the expertise and involvement of those guest lecturers. Our Ocean Academy program, similar to Egypt and Nigeria, it's 20 hours delivered online. We have 3.5 hours per session for 6 days. And that's free of charge for participants. So this just gives you a bit of a flavor of some of the work that the International Ocean Institute is doing in the African continent. Just to say that the Ocean Academy, in the vision and mission of the International Ocean Institute, is reaching out to present ocean literacy opportunities in local languages. So, for example, our alumni have the opportunity of applying to be a facilitator, an Ocean Academy facilitator, and they would be supported by the International Ocean Institute to shape the course that they would like to shape, and to really take it down to community level. So, for example, there recently was a course offered in Swahili and a course offered in ECOP. So the intention is not only around building the alumni network, but providing opportunities to expand the ocean literacy offerings that are available. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judy. That's very nice introduction to the IOI Ocean program. I would like to open up for questions. I see that we already have a question here on the session Q&A session. I'm just going to read. It's from Giselle. She asked here for you, Judy, what are the activities that have been carried out by the IOC Nigeria headquarters? I think she meant IOI Nigeria headquarters. What is the strategy to get all the West African countries involved? She said she's asking this question because generally she feels like Central African region is not considered as a West African region. Sometimes programs will really stop at the real West Africa region, and in the Central Africa, they will not be involved. So how she can and others be involved from the Central African region?
So thank you for that. Thank you for that question. That's a very, very interesting question. I know that each one of us makes our courses available basically, or publicizes our courses through social media networks. Those courses are publicized on not only the website of IOI Nigeria, for example, or IOI Egypt, or IOI Southern Africa, whoever it may be, but also on our IOI headquarters website. So I think you know, it's really about looking out for opportunities, and perhaps if we're not reaching all the people that we need to be reaching, then we need to sharpen up on our social media and really try and get the publicity, expand the publicity. In terms of specifics around the West Africa region, I think it probably would make a lot of sense to be in contact with Akanbi, and if the director of the West African region. And my email address is there on the slide, and I can forward and make contact with Akanbi, or I can forward your email to Akanbi. I don't think we put the email addresses, did we? Maybe we put the email addresses. Let me just check.
So Judy, you're welcome to drop the website of II, as well as the emails and contact emails from the II offices. If you like in the chat, you're very welcome to do that. So our audience can have easy access. Anyone else would like to have a question for Judy? Please raise your hand. No more questions for Judy? All right. Okay, so I think we can proceed now. Thank you so much, Judy, for your awesome presentation. That was very insightful, and I'm pretty sure our members of the network will keep an eye on the IOI opportunities in the upcoming months. ECOP Africa will also try to work more closely with you. I'm right here in Cape Town, by the way, Judy. We should get a coffee sometime.
Oh, wow. Okay. Great.
So let's try to catch up sometime personally, and then to discuss synergies with IOI South Africa as well. We have actually the emerging node South Africa coming for the ECOP Africa node in the next year, and so we're gonna try to engage more closely with IOI, and we're also open to share with the members of our network any opportunities that we might have related not only to ocean literacy but to capacity building, especially. So let's see the upcoming months what we're gonna happen. Thank you so much, Judy, once again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. All right, so just answering one question that Giselle also raised here about how you can become part of the ECOP program as a node. Please, tomorrow we're gonna all talk about that before we introduce the national coordination nodes. We have 11 nodes, official nodes for the ECOP Africa node. And before that, I'm gonna give you a brief introduction on how you can become part of the team as a core team member of any of those nodes, or if you want to launch and establish a new node on your country. So please join us back tomorrow and we can see that. Let me just stop sharing Judy's screen, and then I'm gonna go through quickly the event tomorrow. So tomorrow, like I said, let me just share here. We're gonna dedicate tomorrow's day of the event to the national nodes, 11 national nodes that we have officially in our regional node, the African node. We're gonna have a brief snapshot of 7 nodes tomorrow, starting with Benin, Cameroon, and Ghana. And then gonna have a Q&A session that you can direct your questions as a member of those countries, or if you're not from the same country, you can also raise any questions to them. After that, we're gonna implement again our regional survey. Now tomorrow is gonna be dedicated only at the national level. We're gonna try to direct all the questions of the survey to answer the priorities and needs and challenges at the national level. So please, it's very important that you come back tomorrow to join us. And then after that, we're going to proceed with the remaining national nodes, Kenya, Liberia, Morocco, and Nigeria. And after that, we're going to have a presentation from our East African node sub-regional coordinator, Josephat Mokaya, ending the day. So please come back tomorrow. I'm going to also now ask my fundraising team to just at the final fundraising campaign of the day to speak about how you can support us as the ECOP African node in engaging our activities. Thank you so much, Linda. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah. Okay, so once again, the floor is open to all our potential sponsors and partners to support the ECOP Africa node. So you can support us in 3 ways. The first one is through in-kind support. The second one is through an official partnership. And then the third one is on sponsorship. And if you'd like to do so, you can send us an email on the africa@ecopdecade.org, or you can visit our webpage on the ecopdecade.org website, and we'll be delighted to engage you further. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. All right, now we can finalize today's event. Thank you so much for everyone who made it today. It's very, very good to see the audience participating, having our members engaging with us. It is so important for us. This is why we are here. We want to engage with you more closely. We understand what your needs, your priorities as an ocean-related professional, young or mid-career ones. And then again, please come back tomorrow. I would like to particularly thank our global coordinator, Virginia Costionaya, and our global coordinator for communications, Natalie Fox, for all the assistance. Also my team, my awesome team, my assistant, Chiamaka, communications and media team, Hadia and Louise, fundraising, Adiza and Linda, and all the regional coordinators, capacity development, Samoa Buama, Ocean Literacy, Sophia and Chris, thank you so much. And each of you national coordinators, Hanuanam, Emmanuel, Alexa, Mo, Gabriela, Pauline, Uriah, Zara, and Ivaldo, and Mustafa. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for the speakers of today, Judy and Maria, for the awesome presentation. And we see you tomorrow. Thank you, the audience, as well. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.